Don't do that to me. Okay. So to start us off, we're going to be talking about... Did you hear the news about good old Cardi B? She's preggos.
No.
She's pregnant with Stephon Diggs. He's the wide receiver for the Patriots.
Wow.
He's the one that's been... Yeah, he was dating her for a minute, and then now...
I don't follow people's dating lives, so...
Well, you might know this one from Love Island. Liv, the Australian girl.
She's dating,
Dalton Connect.
Yep.
LA Laker.
Mm-hmm. I did see that one, but I also was watching, Love Island...
Games.
Back to the Villa, or the...
Oh. Is that good?
It's okay. It's literally just them, like... They did a show based on what their outside lives were like, and there was drama. Nothing drastic.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
That was...
I did start Games, though. And Kendall's hair.
Yeah, you didn't see him on Did you watch Updating?
No.
It's like the blindfold. So it's literally like two people go up on stage. It's a guy and a girl. And then it's like they're both blindfolded and they've never met or anything. And then they ask them questions. They get to know them like on a deeper level. But it's directed towards like, what's your favorite sex position? And
yeah.
And then they typically have them like kiss or something, see if there's chemistry.
His hair's not bad. It just, I'm not used to it because
whack.
He normally has his hair
on the show, on the Updating show, the girls were all over him. I think it's because they recognized him. But
it could be.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Because the second I saw him go up there, I was like, oh, no shit. It just pops up on my Instagram feed of like a little clip. And I'm like, oh, no shit. It's Kendall. But I'm
not gonna lie, I always thought Liv and him for some reason but they're best friends.
In the show they do kind of, because we watched the beginning of the Love Island Back to the Villa or whatever, Beyond the Villa, yeah. Well,
I even watch like their TikToks and stuff, so I saw like how close Liv and Kendall got outside the villa, but I also see why people speculated that they were going to date because of how close they were. But also, you can have a male best friend. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Sometimes you can have a male best friend.
Well, it depends on how you're acting with it.
It depends on how you're acting, and depends on how he's acting.
That's true. Very true.
Speaking of actions and the way things are going, this Reddit post that we're gonna take a trickle down is, what is the worst thing you've done or the thing that you're least proud of? So this one says, not the worst thing I've done, but I once threw a baked potato through my neighbor's open bathroom window while he was showering, and I heard it connect with the shower curtain, followed by him shouting, who the fuck just threw a potato at me? I hope they're like close buddies. That would be so funny if they're
Could you imagine you're just showering and all of a sudden a baked potato just comes flying in?
That would be very funny.
I feel like that's a great story for like how Mom, Dad, how'd you guys become best friends with the neighbor?
Yeah, that's like
he threw a baked potato in her bathroom.
That's like the uncle that's not really your uncle, but yeah. Did we didn't have anyone. I guess we kind of did have like the uncles.
We had we had a couple.
We had very good friends but they were never like, well, we had a couple that we called uncle. I think one or two.
No, I didn't call anybody uncle.
Like Uncle Schnell.
Oh, I do remember that one. Okay, yeah.
But I mean, we didn't really, he wasn't, I guess we've never really had,
Our
dad has a sister, so we've never had an uncle.
I definitely have told, we've all talked about it in our friend group, and we even do it with our pets. It's uncle this and aunt this, or you ready to go to your uncle and aunt's house, or your cousin's house, because, they're animals, so.
Did you see the comments of the video about the $10,000 in the wallet?
I saw some of the comments. I did see someone say
they're roasting you.
That's fine.
She's just trying to save face. That was so funny.
Yeah, I did see that one. Honestly, I don't really like know what I would do in the situation unless I was there. But I've seen so many videos on like what if someone's watching, so I probably would turn it in just because of that reason. But also at the end of the day, like people are naturally greedy.
I would take the money.
1000%. Oh, I know.
1000%. Without hesitation, like anyways, when I was at uni in Sheffield, I was on a night out at the court. Some guy punched me. It was a massive mistake. He thought I was someone else and apologized after. But the bouncer saw this, and he kicked both of us out. Well, I lived in a flat opposite. So in my drunken state, decided I would throw eggs at the bouncers out of my window. Instead, I hit a girl on the head who was...
So basically, he lived across the street from the bar. From the
club, yeah.
And he was throwing eggs and hit a girl.
He hit a girl on the head and another guy who was just standing outside and having a cigarette and minding his own business. I closed the window and went and hid in my room. Nothing ever came of it, but I still feel pretty bad. This one, that's pretty brutal because, like, definitely.
Could you imagine a drunk person just throwing eggs at someone?
That probably gave the girl a concussion. She got hit in the head.
Could. I don't think... Could it be that strong?
It depends on the distance, but I would say, like, you get hit in the head with an egg. An egg is a hard object. Until it cracks.
You remember the thing in elementary school and middle school that happened every single year?
Where you weren't supposed to... you were supposed to protect your egg, but not crack it?
Yes. Mm-hmm. It couldn't break, but you had to figure out a way. And...
What did you do for that?
Oh, I think I was, like, cardboard box with a bunch of freaking, like, bubble wrap or something like that.
Did you ever break yours?
I think my first year I broke mine, but, like, I think after that I figured out a way. But I also tested it with the parents' house with their eggs. I wanted to win.
I was able to do it once because after that year I transferred to a new elementary school and they didn't do it over there. But
I know that our middle school did do it in one of the science classes, but it depends on if you had that teacher or not.
Yeah, I didn't have that. So 4th grade it was. I had a coffee can. Inside the coffee can, we just had some like miscellaneous foam. I don't know. The parents must have ordered a package or something like that came with this like dense foam.
Well, Dad also brought back from his work. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, "Oh, this would work for your project" or something like that.
Or we could have gotten it. To be honest, we could have gone to I don't remember exactly what we did, but I basically like inside the coffee can, bunch of foam, the egg in the middle, and then sealed it, and then it lasted. And then I duct taped the lid shut, and it lasted. But, remember the blender dare? Did you ever get to do that? I
did not do that. But I do remember wait, no, it wasn't you because I couldn't have done it with you. Mm-hmm. I remember you coming home telling about that.
I did it.
Do you remember when I brought a baby home, a fake baby home?
I don't remember that.
Taylor
you did that?
Was so... Yeah, I had a child development in 8th grade year. And
Interesting.
Her sister was...
With Miss Campbell?
Yeah, with Miss Campbell.
Wow.
And our sister was so annoyed with me because the baby kept crying. The baby wasn't actually that bad. It woke us up 3 times, and we shared a room. So I think
you could have taken the batteries out. I know the teacher said that you couldn't, but I'm sure you could.
All I know is there's one girl that was in that class, and she was woken up like every 30 minutes. And the teacher did state there was one baby that was going to be based off of like an alcohol syndrome type.
That sucks.
Yeah. And she got that. And I was so terrified of it. If honestly, I'm not going to lie, if that was the situation, I would have probably taken the batteries out because I was 13, 12 at that time. There was no way.
Shouldn't have been a thing. The teacher, I get what she's trying to get at.
She was trying to do, a family,
But you guys are 12 years old.
Yeah, I know.
I would get it if you're seniors in high school. Honestly, I would understand that. Like any,
Or when Love Island does it.
yeah, like I would understand that. But 12-year-olds, like Jesus, like Miss Campbell, chill.
Well, it definitely made me. That was definitely birth control for me. So
I was a teacher's aide for Miss Campbell. I excelled in her cooking class.
I loved her as a teacher. She was good. I was in her cooking class 7th grade year. 8th grade year, I was in her child development class.
Speaking of cooking, we got this new, like, kind of like a crock pot. It's like a crock pot that also sautés. It also broils. It does a bunch of stuff. But I've been obsessed with it.
I know.
Yeah, we've been cooking. Well, not we.
What did you make yesterday, by the way? You posted in our group chat, and
Yeah,
then you said you'll find out, and then you never even said anything
my
to
bad.
us.
It basically was just chicken, rice, and broccoli. But I slow cooked the chicken for like 3 hours, and it was a honey garlic glaze chicken.
Ooh, that sounds
And then
good.
I made rice, and that was just in the crock pot. And then I made rice, and then I sauteed broccoli with butter and like salt and pepper. So those were the basics. But the thing was, I put the rice down and the broccoli around it, and then on the top was all the chicken, and I shredded the chicken. So
I found a recipe. It's called chicken smash tacos. But it's not like, I don't know. It's basically it's a tortilla where you take ground up chicken and you like put the ground up chicken on top of the tortilla, and then you cook it. And
okay.
then once that's done, you fold it into like a tortilla form, and you put Caesar salad on it. And that's your taco.
Okay. That's the whitest taco I've ever heard.
I know. I just saw it on Facebook, and I was
try it?
really. I haven't tried it yet. I really want to. I'm gonna make it for dinner tomorrow. So I'll let you know.
For dinner, I told my fiance, I was like, we're making this I cooked baked potatoes.
Did you throw it in someone's bathroom?
No. And then I smashed the potatoes in the shape of a pizza crust. And then we used the potato, and then we put pizza toppings on the top of it.
Interesting.
And like I used red sauce, she used white sauce. Like I put pepperoni, and Trader Joe's pepperoni is the best pepperoni I've ever had. And
I'm not gonna lie. Every time I go on vacation, I am obsessed with going to Trader Joe's. But for some reason, when it comes to like staying home and cooking, Trader Joe's, I love going and shopping there. But for like getting my snacks and stuff, I for some reason just have the hardest time. But that's because I eat out a lot.
So
No wonder I'm
we
chunky.
made literally pizza, but with the baked potato. Now, next time we'll crush it thinner, because we probably had like half an inch thick baked potato, like crust, and it would have taken way longer to really get that crispiness to get it more crusty. So we ended up using like forks and eating it. So it was almost just like a loaded baked potato at that point.
That's not bad.
But still, it was like a loaded pizza baked potato. Super good though.
Well, most of the time when you eat pizza, you can have like potato wedges or French fries or tater tots on the side. So it's not a bad idea to have that as the base.
Yeah, but yeah, it was gluten free because she's trying to avoid gluten too. She's just like, I was looking at ways. I love having pizza, but she's not the biggest fan of pizza. So I'm like, how is it?
Is it like the red sauce? Because
Well, yeah, she
she's
gets
not
heartburn.
a huge tomato
She gets
fan
heartburn
either.
from tomatoes, really bad. So that's why she went with white sauce.
I got a medication that works really well for that.
Why you say it like that?
Costco sells big boxes of them. I'm gonna say this wrong, and I know I'm gonna say it wrong because I get corrected every single time by her sister. Omeprazole.
Okay, yeah, I don't know, but she's not the biggest fan of red sauce in the first place. She loves white sauce.
I love white sauce too.
Yeah, like we went. I think I talked about it on the podcast. We went to Almanor and we got pizza out there at the pizza factory.
Yeah, you said
and
hers was better than yours.
hers was way better than mine. She even asked now, like, if I'm getting sent there for a job. She's like, stop by the pizza place, bring it home. And I'm like, anyways, let's continue on a couple more of these. What's the worst thing you've done? You know that cliche, it's better to regret something you've done than something you haven't done. Don't get so drunk you think it applies to your best friend's wife. Even if you were colleagues for 6 months and never worked up the courage to ask her out before he jumped in, and then he married her within a year, even if she walks home with you after a big night out, whispering about how unfulfilled with her sex life she is, how she just wants to just sleep with someone she trusts, and it'll just be a one-time thing. We kissed, we touched, we undressed. I couldn't go any further, despite really wanting to, and I was single at the time. This was 10 years ago, about 2 years after they got married. He still doesn't know, and I feel guilty every time I see them. Never spoken about it with her, so I can only assume she's found fulfillment. That's crazy. So, because like, she probably cheated again with somebody else for that quote unquote one-time fling.
Or she's continuing to cheat this whole time.
Yeah.
And he just only knows about him.
That's embarrassing too, because like, you know that by her making that comment, yeah, they were probably super drunk, but still, like they say, alcohol brings out the truth. And that means like hers and the best friend's sex life probably wasn't the greatest because
he's still a shitty friend. That's a shitty friend right there.
Oh,
the fact that he hasn't said anything and he's keeping it going, and
8 years later,
yeah,
is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
I would genuinely, that would probably, like, that dude, the day he finds out about it, because you got to think eventually he'll find out. Or maybe they'll just go to their graves with it. But the day that guy finds out about it, his whole life is going to turn upside down.
Oh, yeah.
But I wouldn't put it past him if he, like, goes and finds the friend and then, like, beats the crap out of him.
I don't understand how you can say that you're best friends with someone, but then you can do that.
Yeah. I mean,
you hold a big ass secret for 8 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like Friends. You've seen Friends, right? With like Joey and...
No, not at all.
Okay.
I've never had a shirt that said Friends across it.
I didn't know you could do that. But okay, it's like when Joey and Rachel have their little fling thing.
Yeah.
But they don't want to, like, obviously mess up their friendship, but also Joey is being so...
Because of Ross.
Considerate of Ross. But then obviously Ross gives him like the green flag to go, and he's like, "Oh, okay," and they, you know.
Yeah.
But they never end up like hooking up or anything.
I think they've made out. That was it.
They just kiss. Yeah. And then oh, that's right, because they went on like a legit date, and they were trying to get to that point,
and it just wasn't.
But she kept laughing.
Well, it's hard when you like.
Because she's like, "Oh, it's Joey Tribbiani."
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy to think about. Like, I'm
not gonna lie. These mosquitoes have been annoying.
Oh, yeah. We've been getting bitten like every night. We'll take the dogs on a walk and it's just...
At least you're walking. I've been standing outside. So you know how I've been redoing a lot in my house. And I was setting up the patio. And I'm sitting there. It's been almost 100 degrees for the last 3 days here. And I'm standing there putting together these 4 swivel chairs for the patio set. And... I got so frustrated. I looked at my husband and I go, "You can do the swivel." Like I built the chair, but the swivel was only the part that needed to be put onto this. Now get this. I started that project 3 days ago.
He still hasn't done it.
There's 4 swivel chairs. 2 of the swivel chairs is fully complete. 2 of them still are waiting for...
I mean, to give him the benefit of the doubt though, like, he's got his training he's going through right now, and it's 100 degrees outside, so he's probably getting wrecked at work.
Yeah, no, he's going through a lot. I just thought it was funny because I was able, in the 3 days, to build those 4 chair parts, the 3-piece sectional couch, the fire pit and the 2 ottomans and 2 tables. So I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
But I also do know, like, he is outside.
Yeah, because there's some days, it's like, obviously I work outside, and there's some days I just come home and I'm like, yesterday, for example, I came home and I like ate food, and I was doing some computer training, but after work was over, I like crashed, took a fat nap. And I never do that. But it's just the heat was just taking it out of me. It's supposed to cool down though.
Last night we went to bed, and I think we were in bed at like 8. And normally we're in bed at like 9:30, but last night the last 3 nights, I think because of the fact that I've been out in the heat, and like I cleaned my patio, I have been doing the garage, I have been working on fixing up the front yard, and it's just I'm so exhausted by the end of the night.
Yeah, it's tiring.
I think it was yesterday, my husband goes, "Do you want some food?" And I go, "No, I just want to sleep."
Yeah. This one here says, I blinded a guy by headbutting him. I got jumped on a night out, unprovoked, and by mistake, found this out after the fact. After I tried my best to get the attackers off of me and getting battered in the process, I grabbed the one closest to me and smashed my forehead into his nose. He was on the floor instantly, screaming in agony with his eye out of the socket. Guy's been blind in one eye since that night. I got off without any issues as it was all captured on camera, showing me to be outnumbered and acting very defensively. It was all a misunderstanding. They mistook me for someone else. I feel bad about it still for some reason, but they brought it out on themselves. Yeah, I mean, I would understand why he feels shitty about it, because you made the guy blind in one eye, but at the same time, like, it's not his fault. He just... Who knows if he would have gotten murdered had he not done some stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So I would say
it might have taught the guy a lesson on jumping people.
Oh, yeah. That guy's life probably... Hopefully it did. Hopefully he's not jumping people still. He's going to lose the other eye. That's crazy. I didn't even know that could happen. It's like something...
How...
I'm assuming, like, his nose probably, like, concave... I don't even know. I don't
even want to think about it.
Do you have anything that's like that? Where it's... What's the worst thing you've done? Or at least the thing you're most proud of? Or least proud of? Do you have anything? I've got one thing. This is obvious. So one time... Where we live, every year, the local high schools have a rivalry that they play this big football game, right? And I was like 14 or 15 years old.
Freshman, sophomore?
And something like that. And this is obviously so long. This is over 10 years ago. And I feel awful that I ever did this. But I was with a buddy of mine, and we had just won the game. We're like walking, and it's dark. It's literally pitch black. We're way away from the field at this point. We're walking to... his mom's car. Anyway, so when we're walking, we walk past these 2 ladies, and they're talking about the game, and then they're like, well, at least we're still pretty. And my dumbass was like, and it was pitch black. I couldn't see what these girls looked like. And I was like, and I felt so... Because they were like, that's so messed up to say. And then, like, obviously we had just kept walking. And I was 14 years old. And I wish I knew who they were. And 2, I wish I could have seen them to maybe have all this time later found them and apologized for that. Because I'm sure that they think about that.
They probably don't even think about that.
They probably don't. But it was, like, it's just a big... thing that I've always thought about, and it's just stuck with me, and I'm like,
because like, what if you just ruined that person's life and her
confidence in herself,
yeah,
and all that.
Her
But
self-esteem went down.
Yeah, like, I mean, I have thought about that. I wish I could apologize to that person. And they don't even know what I look like because it was pitch black.
I'm not gonna lie. I have done a lot of stupid shit.
Well, yeah.
And I
Just kidding.
I don't know if I have anything that I could say I regret on, because I don't regret any of my decisions. I always take it as a learning curve, a learning experience, because if I regret something, then I feel like people will, like, when people regret things, they dwell on it a lot, and I don't want to dwell. I want to, like, learn and live from it.
For sure. I mean, like, I've obviously learned huge from that moment. From that moment, like, changed me for sure. Because I, like, never, ever, even the slightest, like, obviously I'll joke with y'all, but it's not like bullying, you know? Like, I don't bully you guys. It's just jokes. Mm-hmm. It's just jokes.
Uh-huh. Sure.
But I won't do that. Also, at the same time, like, we throw shots at one another, you know? Like,
you started
I'll say
the war.
shit. Yeah, okay. I'll say shit, you'll say shit back, you know, that whole 9 yards. We have that banter. But, like, those girls I've never met before. I don't even know what they look like, whole 9 yards, you know? Like, anyways, but that's all, of course, that was way in the past, and there's nothing I can do other than just learn from it, because I have no clue who those people are. Unless one day I miraculously run into them, of, like, them telling a story of, like, oh, one time when I was a freshman in high school, this dickhead, you know, came up to and had said this as we were walking past him. You know, maybe, I guess that would be the only theoretical way I could find him, but, you know, all I can do is learn and not do that again. What is that?
Chicken butt?
When I was 13, I broke another kid at school's hand by smashing a door into it. I'd literally never spoken to them, and for some reason they'd accuse me of bullying them. So when I saw an opportunity to smash the door into their hand and make it look like an accident, I took it. Even when they said to their friends that I meant to do it, they all said, nah, that door swings out too far, only an idiot would put their hand there. I said deliberately hurting someone is the sort of thing a bully would do, and I'm not a bully. That kind of sounds like they're a bully. It was pretty brutal.
That's diabolical. Like, they had to think about that to, like, to hurt someone like that. Who was it? I was talking to someone, and they were talking about kids torturing frogs, and I looked at them and I go, that's a psychopath. That's like a serial killer trait.
It literally is. It is. Like, if your kid does, like, the whole magnifying glass with ants or something like that, like, it genuinely is a sign that they have that, like, psychopath thing in their brain.
Interesting.
Yeah, I saw that, because it's like
and I'm over here literally bawling from watching, like, dog videos who are dying because of old age.
Yeah, I mean, it's so... obviously I'm a dog lover, but... Okay, the other thing I had planned was we are going to make a tier list of fast food places.
Together? Because, like,
yeah,
are we
collectively. We cannot... So, like, we have to come up with a place, and we have the best, which is A, B, C, D, and then F for awful. I don't know why they always skip E. But anyways. So, like, we've got a bunch of different places, and we have to collectively find one, like, where it fits on the thing. So let's start with something like Panda Express. Where does Panda Express fall in your category?
Well, I can't eat Panda Express.
No, but when you used to be able to. Because you know what it tastes like.
Yeah, I do.
Was it towards the top of your list?
There's only one thing I really ate there.
Walnut shrimp?
No, the ragoons.
Oh, crab ragoons?
Mm-hmm. I would probably put it at, like, C.
I was going to say, I think a C is pretty fair. C or D?
It's not, like, horrible, but it's not, like, good.
It's not my number one option.
Yeah.
Let's go with Burger King.
That can go to F.
Really? I think they have good fries.
I think their fries are disgusting.
Really?
Okay, maybe you can put that at D.
I'm not a burger guy there though. So yeah, we can go with F. That's fine because their fries aren't out of this
I will
world.
give them one thing on fries. Their chicken finger fry, the chicken fry
yeah.
things.
We'll put it up
those
to
are
D.
good.
Yeah, because
those are
those
good.
chicken fries are pretty good.
But I would rather have McDonald's fries over or Carl's Jr. fries over.
Speaking of Carl's Jr., Carl's Jr. Where does Carl's Jr. fit on your A through F category?
Complete the fifth.
I hate Carl's Jr.
I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten food poisoning from Carl's Jr. before,
absolutely
and
hate
I
it.
worked there.
I think Carl's Jr. is top like 3 worst fast food chains out there. I know a lot of people love their chicken star crap, all that.
I will give them credit on certain things. Really, like their jalapeno poppers. Love them. I wish I could have them.
Where would you put it though? A through F.
I would probably put it at C or D for me personally.
So I'm on an F. You're on, so we can put it in D. Because yeah. Raisin Cane's. How much do you like Raisin Cane's?
It's a B.
I have it in A. So I'll because
It's not staying in A.
No, that's fine. We can put it at B. I can.
I knew you were gonna say A because
Live
I would
with that.
actually put it at C.
Okay, then fine. Cool. If you would have put it C, I'm putting it A. It is the best fast food chain out there.
In your opinion?
Yeah, no, of course, my opinion. We're also going to come to a collective of the best.
Yeah, we'll
So
figure
we'll
it
have
out.
to-
We'll
yeah.
just keep going.
Chick-fil-A. Have you ever had Chick-fil-A?
I have. I really like their grilled chicken because they do have a gluten-free option, so it's nice. The one thing I will say, every time that my husband craves it, it's always on a Sunday when they're closed. So that's their downfall. But
Okay.
I think I would put it at a B.
Okay, I have it at D because I think
Okay,
it's
we can put it at a C.
I'll say Cane's is the most. Chick-fil-A is the most overrated fast food chain. My opinion.
I think Raisin Cane's is the most overrated because it literally has like one option of food.
It's because it's so good, they don't need any more options.
Okay.
Also, you get a Caniac combo, 6 chicken tenders. Right?
Okay, so they...
Hang on.
Hold on, no.
You substitute the coleslaw for an extra piece of Texas toast. You tell them to butter both sides of the toast. So you have 2 pieces of toast, you have fries, you have your chicken, you have cane sauce. You get either sweet tea or you get Sprite, and they have the good ice there, but it doesn't require ice. I'm a big no ice in my fast food drink kind of guy.
So, question. What other options do they have that's not breaded besides coleslaw?
Unbreaded items are non-American.
Okay. Now, get your next option up there. I'm going to throw something at you. I choose violence today.
Arby's.
D.
Awful. F.
It goes to D.
Sure. We can put it in D.
I like their roast beef sandwiches.
They're disgusting.
I just know that I will need to stay home for the next 3 days.
Chipotle.
I think they're a B.
Chipotle, I'll agree. It's a B. It's not the worst. It's not the best.
Yeah.
Also, I'm skipping the ones that, like, I don't have no clue. I have no clue what a blimpy fast food chain is.
I think it's something on the East Coast because
Yeah,
I've heard my coworkers talk about it.
Del Taco.
That's an F. That's disgusting.
Really?
That's disgusting.
I actually don't mind it. It's not bad.
Okay, I'm going to say this, and this is me just being a judgmental asshole for it. I have never eaten at Del Taco, and I will never eat at Del
Why?
Taco because it's one of the most disgusting places out there.
How do you know?
Because 90% of the places, like around, like when it was in our area, that got shut down because of the way that the health code violations and
It's
everything.
still
No
open
one just.
in our city?
It's disgusting.
Their fried chicken tacos are actually so good.
Give me an option that's not glutened that I can try.
That's un-American.
Well, unfortunately, my body's un-American,
Yeah,
so.
All right, you have it an F. I probably have it at C. We can agree on a D.
Sure.
Denny's. F.
That's a D. F. Yeah. F. F.
F. Domino's Pizza. F for me because I get sick every time I have it. Domino's, you give me food poisoning every time I have it.
Yeah, we can put it either D or F.
Which sucks because I'll put it at F because we don't have a lot in F, and then two, I actually genuinely like the flavor of the pizza. It's good, but I
wish their gluten-free version was. I do actually get sick every time I eat for their gluten-free pizza because I kind of feel like it's not actually gluten-free. I'm not gonna lie.
Have you ever had Firehouse Subs?
No. Is
Okay.
that the one over by? No, wait,
it's
that's not.
Not in our city.
Oh no, I was thinking
damn.
of Redwood Subs.
Because that place, Firehouse Subs might be A. Like that might be the best. I'm a big sandwich guy.
I like sandwiches too.
But
no, I have not had it.
In-N-Out.
A.
A. Okay, we can agree. That so In-N-Out so far is the best.
I will say a lot of people will say In-N-Out is overrated. But the thing is
No.
I really like they have a gluten-free, like I can do a lettuce wrap burger, still tastes great. I can eat it the next day and it still tastes really good.
Eating In-N-Out the second day is diabolical. That's crazy. What is your order? You get a protein style burger.
I get a double protein style with grilled onions, light tomato, and then if I'm feeling a little on the fatty side, I will get an animal style fry, and then me and my husband will share that. But that's it.
What do you get to drink?
Nothing. I'll just drink water at home.
I get 4x4, no onion. I get regular fry. I don't like the animal style anything. And then I get a chocolate shake. You called yourself a fatty for animal style fries. How you putting 4 patties on my shit? It's so good.
Well, I normally, honestly, we get 2 double doubles.
You both eat 2 double doubles? But you don't get the bread. So
No,
I guess
don't
that's
get the bread.
fair.
He gets the bread.
Oh, so he's fat. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
He could just get a 4x4.
I don't think that.
It's 4 patties.
I don't know if we even knew that was an option.
It's on the secret menu technically, but
Oh. I don't pay attention to secret menus.
it's also a lot of meat, very little bread.
Oh, so what I'm here. Never mind.
So, okay, yeah, In-N-Out we have agreed is in the best.
Yes.
Okay, not right now. It is our number 1. Jack in the Box.
F.
F. Cool.
I
All right.
like their mini tacos, but that's about it.
Jersey Mike's.
B.
Overrated. D. I just think their sandwiches are always too wet.
You can ask for it not to be wet.
Every time I have, it's still my sandwich is soggy. There's nothing worse in a
what you
sandwich
could do?
than soggy bread.
How about this? Why don't you get it gluten-free style? It won't be wet.
Fuck gluten free. Why the fuck would I? No, I'm just kidding. Nice. You said B.
So C is where you're gonna
We
put
can
it.
go with C. Yeah, that's fine. KFC.
F.
Really? F.
Okay, hold on. I will tell you when
When they
I
had
was
popcorn
able-
chicken.
when I was able to eat, the famous bowls were my favorite. I can't eat anything there, so
You should
like
just.
I can't have the gravy. It has
But you could
flour
still
in it.
make famous bowls at home.
I can. I never said that I like.
No. I know. I'm just saying.
Ooh,
you
maybe
know, you
that's
could.
what I'll make as a dinner option.
So
I want to make crockpot shepherd's pie.
at Winco, I used to when I was single. I used to load up on. They made pretty much famous bowls without the gravy.
Okay, hold on. No, we're not talking
No,
about
I
other
know.
places. We're
Okay,
talking about fast food.
So weirdly, my fiance and I had a craving for KFC like 4 weeks ago, something like that. So we got KFC, and I got chicken nuggets or something like that. It wasn't popcorn chicken because I asked if they had it and they didn't. And so I was like, the closest thing to that. Whatever the lady gave me, I swear on my life, it was just like, it must have been raw in the middle or something. It was nasty.
I know that my husband came home from school last week, I think it was, or 2 weeks ago, and he got KFC. And the next morning till like halfway through the day, he was just like running back to the bathroom because he.
Yeah. Now I'll say their gravy is elite, and their mashed potatoes are banger, of course. The Famous Bowl, when it's made properly, yeah, elite.
Love it.
Right? But like, because I had that experience, I'm like, I never want KFC again.
I need to try to figure out how to do a gluten-free version of the chicken tendies to put into a Famous Bowl. I just need gluten-free panko.
Or just buy pre-made chicken nuggets that are gluten-free.
They have chicken dinos. Chicken nugget dinies.
Little Caesars, before this one obviously is before you were gluten free.
Okay, so I hate their pizza. Their crazy bread.
Their crazy bread is elite.
Did you know that you can go in and ask for extra the Parmesan cheese and the sauce and everything?
I don't care about
I 100% did that every single time. When I found out that you could do extra on it, I was like, what?
I think that because their pizza is like
Cafeteria style?
mid, yeah, I'll say like D, because their crazy bread is elite. It's so good.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
One time, now this was years ago, this was probably like 5-6 years ago, before I was working at the company that I'm working at now. Me and a buddy, we had partaked in some extracurricular activities that provided the munchies. So when we did that, we both ordered Little Caesars. We DoorDashed it. And we both got this like fat, it said like family of 4. It was a large pizza, and it was like 16 of the crazy breadsticks, and then a 2-liter soda. And we both got one of those. We both finished all of it.
That's what happens when you partake in some extracurricular activities.
That was when I was at my other apartment. Like I said, this was 5-6 years ago.
Was this when we were living together?
No. This must have been just after that.
Oh, like when I moved in with my husband?
Because I was in the master bedroom.
Oh, yeah, because you took over that right after I...
Yeah. And in that room was so big, I had my recliner in there, and I had the bed, and he crashed on the bed, and I crashed on the recliner.
I'm not going to lie. That room was...
huge.
I loved how huge that room... I wish the bathroom was bigger.
Yeah, but
But
beggars can't be choosers.
Honestly, I love the storage that was in there because it had that 2 cabinet thing right there.
Yeah.
Loved that.
So after that, though, we watched 6 hours of Friends. Because I found out he was a big fan of it, and I love it too. So we just binged it all night. And of course, those extracurricular activities kept us awake. So then after we finished... No, I'll get to that because they were uppers. They were...
Oh, yeah,
They were what?
They're
sativa?
No, sativa is
No, indica is the
Oh, yeah, that
calm one. But then we finished the pizzas, probably 2 hours go by or something like that. We're like, hey, yo, you think what I'm thinking? We ordered donuts from Safeway. And
oh my god.
and chocolate milk.
Wait,
Hang on. So, remember that apartment is on 2 stories? So, the DoorDasher texted me. He's like, yo, like, food's outside, because I had put on the thing to hand it to me. And I'm like, fuck, we gotta go outside to pick up. And then,
what was he gonna do? Come?
no, I know, but I didn't think about it. I was on
Yeah, I know.
extracurriculars. So, anyways, I had my buddy. I was like, look, I just paid for the donuts. You gotta go downstairs and get them. He said it was the toughest time to get it back upstairs because he was having so much fun that he was like stumbling all over the stairs. Oh, that was such a good night. That was so funny. What a good night. Anyways, you were saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say, watching some of my friends when they partake in fixing some water heaters and
wow.
That's what they say when they go out.
Oh, I see.
And they'll come back and we play Midnight Munchies. That place.
Yeah.
Watching them order from there, it takes about 30 minutes for them to even like decide on like the funniest conversations. I'm just sitting there watching like you guys have no clue what you're doing right now.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But can't do it anymore. So, so we agreed on D for Little Caesars. Next is McDonald's. Where are you at on that?
A B. C. Let's say a C.
A C? I can't... If it was McDonald's when we were kids, I would put it higher. Genuinely.
I like their french fries a lot.
Their french fries are pretty good.
I can't have their breakfast because 90% of it's gluten.
Their hash browns are
I don't know if the
pretty
sausage
bomb.
patty is made with gluten. I don't want to know just because of the fact that, but I always get sick when I eat.
I just have... Whenever we get the breakfast there, I just have hash browns.
I eat the hash browns quite often.
The hash browns are
But
so
also
good.
it kind of sucks when you're sitting there and it's like, oh, like, for example, this weekend my husband was like, oh, let's get McDonald's for breakfast. And I was like, I really don't feel like having a greasy hash brown or
Yeah.
like a greasy sausage patty. It sucks because I go there and I'm like, hey, can I get a sausage patty with just cheese? Or can I get
my fiance's never had Bellacinos before. So we went for the first time on Friday. It's a little breakfast place we have in town.
What? What is that?
I can explain it after the pod where it is.
Okay.
But they're big on like bagels, sandwiches, and stuff like that, and coffees. It's a little cafe. Anyways, so she loved it, and genuinely, my bagel was fire. I love Asiago bagels; they're so good.
I miss those.
And so we've started this tradition where every Friday we're gonna go out to breakfast, and have probably Bellacinos again this week because it was so good last week. But next up on the list is Panera. Panera's good.
It's good, but it's not.
So expensive though.
I'm not looking at the price on this.
Some of them I am. Yeah.
I do get soup from them quite often.
Like what? The broccoli cheddar?
No, because it has gluten.
Yeah.
They usually have like a chicken whatever. But I also will get a salad from them, so but I did really like their
A through F?
sandwiches. I think a C.
C? I was going to say, I put it in C, so cool, because I thought you were going to say B, and I was going to be more in the D area.
No.
Just because of price, like, I don't know, because they're so expensive compared to other places, I'm
butter
like,
is really good.
yeah.
I love judging places on their butter, and when it's got good whipped butter.
Popeyes.
F.
Really? You don't like Popeyes? I was going to say, like, C, but we could put
It's
it
just, it's like an overrated KFC to me, honestly. It's like, yeah, it's got the Cajun spice to it, and like
Their
that's
biscuits
cool.
are so good.
That's true. I also
Their biscuits are...
so when I used to work, when I moved away for a bit, and then when I worked there was a Popeyes right next door, and I did eat their chicken tenders quite often.
And
I'll
their
put it to a
fries,
D.
Their fries are actually pretty good.
I don't eat their fries.
Yeah, we can agree on D. That's cool. We only have a few more here. You ever had Sonic?
I have.
What do you think?
I will put that. Are we rating the food or are we rating the drinks?
It's all inclusive, whole package.
You can put it at a D or an F for me. I think their food is disgusting. Mozzarellas,
Their
love.
tater tots are actually pretty
Their
good.
mozzarella sticks, amazing. Every time I've gotten them, fresh. Every time. And they're hot. Great. They give me a bunch of ranch also. Love that.
All right, we can put
Drinks are amazing. Burgers, disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever gotten a burger from there.
I've had them up the hour and a half location. I've had them quite often, honestly.
Yeah.
Not quite often. I've had them like 7 times in my life, and I hate them every time.
Shake Shack. You ever had Shake Shack?
Is there one in...
No.
Then no.
There's not one for miles. Like,
I thought there was one in...
might be, like, the closest one might genuinely be, like... Maybe there's one in Sac, but I don't think so. First time I ever had it was when we were in Texas. And we were all hungover for the bachelor party. And then we
There's one
DoorDashed
in Roseville.
Oh, so yeah, pretty close. Okay.
But no, I've never had it.
Okay, then we'll skip that one. This one, Subway. Where do you put Subway?
F.
F? Mm-hmm. Subway's an A for me. Subway's elite. Subway's so good. Why is Subway an F?
Because I would say Jersey Mike's or Ike's.
Ike's.
Yeah. Ike's has a freaking Thanksgiving sandwich. Yeah, I don't like it. I've been sick
You
off
built
of
the sandwich.
But I've gotten sick off of Subway multiple times.
I freaking love it. I love Subway. So where are we at? So I put in A, you put in F, we agree on C.
Sure.
Genuinely, I don't know. I've ordered the same sandwich for like 10 years and it's just don't strive away from it, and it is so good every time I have it.
I will say there was a steak cheese sandwich that I thought was so
Like a Philly
good.
cheese?
No, it was like a steak cheese. They had it 1 year that I found it, and then I've never been able to find it again.
Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3 left. We'll start with Wingstop.
A.
I was gonna say like C, so we can put it in B.
I love Wingstop.
I just think I'm not a huge. I don't know. I just don't love the flavors.
They have so many different types of flavors.
I know. I don't like spicy. I'm not a big fan of spice. 2, they're sweet.
Where would you rate Buffalo Wild Wings?
God, I'm not a big Buffalo Wild Wings guy. Like, I like their fries. Their fries are all right. But, like, last time I went to Buffalo Wild Wings, I got, like, the bird dog, which is, like, a
The burger?
chicken corn dog.
Oh.
Or chicken hot dog thing.
Oh.
I don't know.
Interesting. My legs are really itchy.
But Wingstop, I mean, it's cool. Their ranch is great. Their ranch is great. Their fries are good. Their wings, though, like...
Which type of fries do you get? Do you get the sweet ones or do you get the Parmesan garlic ones?
I don't know. Whatever's standard.
It's the sweet ones. If you get extra seasoning on it, oh, so good.
I always get I get, like, half Korean barbecue. And then half, like... What else do I get? What's right there? They're pretty much, like...
I don't know.
It's like maybe garlic parmesan or something like that.
I haven't had it in a very long time. I've actually had Buffalo Wild Wings more than I've had Wingstop recently.
But we can agree on B. You put it in A, I put it in C. B works. Wendy's.
F.
Oh God.
Wendy's
is like a B.
I think I've eaten there twice in my life.
Their Frosties can't come. They don't.
I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm good.
But you used to not be. So, like, you got to think about it when you weren't.
I don't think I've ever not been something. I think I just was able to handle...
What I'm saying is when you were...
When I was younger and able to handle...
More,
yeah.
When you built a tolerance to it.
I had a tolerance when I found out I was lactose intolerant.
Yeah, but but then you started taking it more serious you were avoiding it. So now it's like... because you haven't had it, you touch dairy, it's like, fuck, you know?
Well, it was fuck like that back in the day. It just...
Yeah, but it was worth it. I'm just kidding.
I don't know, Dom. I don't think you realize some things might not be as worth it as you might think.
Wendy's, like, one price is huge. 4 for $4 you get a burger, nuggets, fries, and a drink.
I remember when I worked at the fast food place I worked at, trying to compete with that, they tried so many different ways, and
then now they have the biggie bag, which is a bigger burger, fries, drink, and I think nuggets for $5. So it's like, okay, so you said F. I would probably put it like B or C. We can agree on D.
Okay.
Last one that I'm seeing here.
I'll take a look at it in a second.
Is Taco Bell. You like Taco Bell.
I don't like Taco Bell.
Really? You don't?
When I was able to have my drunk food, my favorite hangover food is a Baja Blast with 2 bean cheese burritos. But I'm not allowed to have that anymore. So that sucks.
Why, gluten?
Yeah.
Is there gluten in there?
The flour tortillas.
Oh.
Yeah. I do miss burritos a lot. But I would probably rate them like C,
I was gonna say like B. So C's fine because I mean, I like it, but I also prefer like authentic.
What about IHOP?
I've never had IHOP, so I've never had A&W, never had Baja Fresh, never had Blimpie, whatever this is.
What about Dairy Queen?
I've never had Dairy Queen.
Have you ever had Five Guys?
Nope.
You've never had Five Guys?
Nope. Never had Long John Silver's.
You've never had Papa John's?
Nope. I've had Pizza Hut. Have you heard Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
What would you say for Pizza Hut? It's alright. It's like probably D or F, honestly.
White Castle is the place that we ate at with that weird bug in Nashville. That was.
I've never had White Castle. I've always wanted to try it, but it's not here.
So honestly, I would be willing to eat there again. It just was. It definitely is like something that you're like, I tried this. I don't need it again in my life.
I have had a, how do you say that? Sbarro or whatever, the pizza place that used to be in the mall, way back in the day.
Oh yeah.
But I don't remember, like ever. I don't remember the taste or anything of it.
What was there was Orange Julius.
Orange Julius was elite.
Oh, every time we went to the mall.
Machine. Oh yeah, Orange Dream Machine there was so good. I have had. We were thinking about this the other day. I've worked at a lot of places.
Yeah, you're a little sloot for working.
One thing though that I'll say is I've never taken a pay cut. I've only ever gone up. And I was looking on Instagram the other day and it was like, it was basically the post said like millennials will never understand what it is to be like loyal to a company and work through a company because they'll jump ship to so many different jobs. And that was a comment to somebody's initial post that was like, I've had 6 jobs in the last 2 years, but I've only ever taken a pay raise. And then, yeah, they were like, well, you don't know what loyalty is to a company.
Okay, so, actually had this conversation today. I see the point of people saying, like, you don't understand loyalty to a company, but also at the end of the day, if a company is not willing to pay you what you're worth and you can find it somewhere else.
Yeah.
We're in that stage where the only person that can make your life better is yourself, not the company.
And a lot of times, companies, if you let them, they'll take advantage of you because you're not, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. It's like, we both worked at this restaurant, and I worked there for 4 years. And in that 4-year span, I got a 35-cent raise, which is diabolical. Especially when minimum wage kept jumping, so they would consider that a raise, and it's like, that's not a raise, homie, that's just the law. And it's like, yeah, sure, you claim that it's a raise, because yeah, my paycheck looks bigger, but at the same time, it's not, because inflation and all that. Anyways, us going through all these places just made me think of, like, I've worked at Target, Java Juice, Home Depot,
You worked at Home Depot?
For 2 weeks. I worked at Home Depot. Well, okay, so sometimes that would happen too, where I would wait for a job.
Wait, how many jobs have you had?
Okay, so my first ever job was a restaurant that we worked at, Red Lobster. And then worked for a company called DC Tech. I worked for Jamba Juice. I worked for Target. I worked for Home Depot. Robin Hood. I did construction, Dish Network, my current job. I feel like I'm missing that. Oh, Assist, which is like going into elementary school, teaching the kids how to play sports fairly. I think that's all. It's 10. Now, a lot of those crossed over. So like I did Red Lobster, and while I was doing that, I also did Jamba Juice, and then I also did Target, and I also did the DC Tech. And like I took a leave of absence from Red Lobster to do that DC Tech job.
I think I've done 5. I had Carl's, which I had Carl's from 2014 all the way to...
Yeah, a while.
Yeah, till literally almost the end of COVID. Rue 21 was in there. did that for a
Red
year.
Lobster wasn't
Red
there.
Lobster was there. I think I
current
did that
job.
for a year, maybe almost 2. I worked at a horse stable, and then
Your current job. Yeah.
my current job.
Yeah. I mean, one big thing was, I was not willing to take a pay cut. I was like, if I'm jumping ship.
I'm not going to lie. I 100% took a pay cut to get to the position I'm at.
Yeah, which is fine.
But I did it for a work balance
Yeah,
life.
it depends on the opportunity also, because, like, I obviously run into a lot of customers, and a lot of those customers, they listen to how I act during the job, and so a lot of these guys that own the big lake cabins and all that, they look for employees anywhere they can find them. So of course I'm not stupid. If an opportunity arises, I'll listen to it. Sure. Does it mean I'll jump ship? Absolutely not. It doesn't necessarily mean tomorrow I would, but the idea that I'm not going to at least hear this person out, sure I will. If they offer me something that's better than what I currently got, and the current company isn't willing to match or discuss that, and I see that other opportunity is a better opportunity, sure, absolutely. But at the same time, it's like, if it's not the right fit, I'm not just going to jump ship just to jump ship. That's a big thing that I think, because people hear, oh, you've had a lot of jobs. And I'm like, well, yeah, one, a lot of those overlapped, so I could have double income.
Well, and also what managers look at when they're interviewing people, they're going to see like a bunch of jobs if you put them all on there. The other thing,
I only put 3.
The other thing is that when you go into interview, they'll ask those questions of like, oh, like, why do you have so many jobs?
Yeah.
Because I've definitely done that, where when I was interviewing people and they had multiple jobs, there was people that were like, oh, I just was trying to like get enough income to raise my family, or because I've definitely been there where it was me and my partner at the time, and I was the only one working and had to pay all the bills. So I literally took on 2 jobs.
Yeah, and COVID really threw a wrench in like
A lot of people's plans.
Because I would get a job and it's like, oh, we're shutting down. Like assist. Going into the school, I absolutely loved that job. Genuinely, that was probably one of the like top 3 job I've ever had, because I got to just go in, hang with, like teach these kids literally the game I love, and then that was my day, and I'm getting paid to do that. Like, it was a blast. But then it got shut down because the schools got shut down.
Yeah.
Same thing with like the restaurant, Red Lobster, got shut down during COVID. It's like, and then I never went back, and then of course they shut them all down in Northern California. But it's like stuff like that. Like, and in an interview, I'm honest about that. If they bring it up and they're like, oh, go take us through your timeline, and I'm like, yeah, so I did this, and then they'll ask, like, why so many? And it's like,
and that's the thing, if you can speak to it and explain why.
And I will. Genuinely, a lot of it was survival. I was like, rent was due regardless if COVID was a thing or not.
Yeah.
And like, I wasn't going to be one of those guys that just stacked up debt. Like, I would just strive and survive. Like, just.
I'm glad
during that period
I'm glad
too.
You didn't screw me over on that one.
Shoot, during that period too, I was like, selling stuff on Facebook, just trying to make ends meet, all that, and.
You're a little Facebook fiend on that one.
Yeah. Shoot. But last thing before we get on out of here, I started watching Traders.
Yes.
So far, I'm not too impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on season 1, like episode 2.
Which
episode 3.
Traders are you watching?
Season 1.
Which one are you watching? UK, United States?
No, the United States. The one with the Spy Kids dude, Dr. Fugly. He's the host, the Scottish guy or whatever. Yeah. So far, I'm not too impressed. So all I've seen is like the girl from Survivor, Siri or something like that. Cherie. Yeah. She's a trader. The twin, he's a trader. I can't remember his name.
I've seen the season.
And then Christian, he's a traitor. That's all I've seen so far. And they killed off one guy, which I totally expected them to choose him because it made the most sense. He was the most vocal dude. But I don't know what it is about the show. So far, it just hasn't grabbed me yet.
I can tell you that my favorite season of Traitors is season 2.
Oh, I heard to start off a podcast I was listening to. I heard start with season 3.
Either season 3 or season 2. Season 1 is a little slower to get into. I think because they were trying to figure things out.
Yeah, which is fair.
But season 2, there is 2 people on that season that
don't spoil it.
I'm not going to, but they go like this. And the way their brains work together, it's just so...
Okay, maybe I'll just skip to season 2.
Start season 2, see, because it's not like... You don't have to watch season 1 and then it, like, goes into season 2. No, season 2 is totally different.
Yeah. I just figured, I was like, I'll just start with the beginning, and then maybe I'll be able to binge all the way through it. But, yeah, I don't know. So far, I was like...
I also am very...
She didn't like it either.
I really like... shows that I have to think a lot in.
Yeah.
And I think you might like it when you're trying to figure, especially when they don't tell you right away, like, who they're voting out. Like, you might like the fact of trying to figure that out and, like, guessing.
I wish there was a way that you could watch it without knowing who the traitors are.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Like the mole.
I think for my 30th birthday, I might do either a Clue themed or a Traitors themed.
I'm not gonna lie, you have said that like 3 years in a row.
But I've been saying I want to do it for my 30th birthday.
Oh,
for the past 3 years, I've been saying it for my 30th.
Every year, like, I want to do this for my birthday.
No, I've been saying for my 30th birthday.
Oh, one last thing that we actually do have to talk about. Fantasy football. I
don't want to talk about it.
Kicked your butt last week?
No. You're so... Stop.
No, I'm just kidding.
How's your fantasy team? Everybody asks me, how's your fantasy team going? My bench is doing great.
I think in our league, it's going to come down to 2 people.
You and your fiance?
No, I think it's going to come down to our sister-in-law and my fiance. Her team is... Both teams are stacked.
I haven't checked the other one's team. I know hers that's out there in the living room.
Our sister-in-law's team scored like 180 points last week.
Did she really?
Yeah, because she had Amon-Ra. I think she had Amon-Ra. Here, I play her this week. She has Lamar Jackson.
I don't even know who I play this week. This is how much I've been paying attention to things.
She has Lamar Jackson, who last week had like 23.
I know. I saw her.
She had Puka.
I wanted Lamar Jackson. She swooped it before I could take it.
Puka had a good game last week. He had 23 points. She had Amon-Ra, who had a 40-point game. 39.2. Zach Ertz, who got her like 22 points.
Oh, I'm versing my husband this week.
Ah.
Wow. This is the one.
Her kicker got her 23 points.
Who's her kicker?
Brandon Aubrey, the kicker for the Cowboys. Yeah. I could see a problem. I was hoping that I wouldn't face her until like bye weeks were coming through because she needs receivers bad. Her backup receivers are pretty rough, but her starting team is so good that like when it comes to playoffs, I'm hoping that my fiance and her have to face each other before I have to face one of them. Because it would be tough to go back to back to face one and then the other. But, I mean, obviously we still like are way early in the season. This is week 3. But it's a big bummer for those that there are a lot of quarterback injuries right now. I'm sure
I was just going to say I just was switching around my quarterback who decided to get a concussion.
Yeah, Fields is out. Joe Burrow just got injured. Brock Purdy's out. Tua looks like he is blind on the field. What?
Oh, for some reason I was like Joe Burrow, and then I was like, wait, I don't have him. I have Bo Nix.
My buddy Preston has Joe Burrow.
Does he message you? Because
all the time we talk.
I versed him on the first week, and
Yeah,
kind of demolished him.
he would have won last week had he played pretty much anyone else besides our sister-in-law. But she scored 180 points, so he got screwed. And then his quarterback, Joe Burrow, got injured, and that sucks for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fun if I just don't come in last place, so that's all I care about.
What is have we come up with the fantasy football punishment for this year?
I don't know if we did.
Damn. See, I would love to do, like, the beer mile. Something like that would be such
I just saw one also where it was, they got a specific shirt, like it says I failed or I lost in fantasy, and it was like a rainbow unicorn shirt or something, and then they got them like a maid outfit with their like the thing, and they threw a party, and the guy had to serve them the whole entire night at the party.
So funny.
I think that would be funny. I think also like where if we were to go out to dinner and have them wear like a funny inflatable, or like not even inflatable, but like a onesie or something. Or
I want to do the thing where it's like everyone goes out to dinner or whatever, and then whoever wears normal clothes has to pay.
Oh, I've seen that. That's hilarious.
That is so funny. I would think, because there's the chick that walks up in like the Lorax costume.
Oh.
She's in the all orange.
Have you seen okay, I don't know if you've seen this. There is a TikTok out there or reel or whatever. It was a guy goes, dress nice tonight. I'm going to take you out to dinner. She puts on a Lorax outfit.
That's so funny.
And he straight up goes, I was trying to propose to her and she wore this.
I would have proposed. That would have been...
I think he still proposed. I can't, because it like cut out. I don't know if he did or not.
I don't think...
But
actually,
that's hilarious.
You can't propose like when she's in a Lorax costume.
I'm sorry, I would have. I think that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, but
if my husband would have proposed, I would have been a little annoyed, but I would have been like, "This is a funny moment of life that I chose to wear this."
You have to capture that, and I think like because we're talking.
Could
about
you
a
imagine
proposal.
going out to dinner,
like
proposing at dinner, and in front of everyone, your girlfriend is in?
Are you big on big gesture proposals, like, or are you more like intimate, small?
I told my husband that I did not want a game stadium, like...
Yeah.
I don't want that big of a gesture.
But if you guys were out to dinner at, a big fancy steakhouse, and let's say there's...
I think I probably would have got really red.
Yeah.
Like, I would have had no problem with it, but I also had a stipulation of no holidays and no birthdays.
I think that... technically I proposed on a holiday. St. Patrick's Day. But that was literally like not spur of the moment. It was, I knew I wanted to propose like a day or two later, but...
Well, see, my husband kind of had to throw something together because he told me he was going to propose in Chicago, and then told everybody else that he wasn't actually going to propose to me in Chicago, that he was just trying to throw me off the scent. And he was going to do it after Chicago. And the girls looked at him and was like, if you don't propose in Chicago or before Chicago, she's going to be so mad.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah, he's stupid for thinking after. Be like, oh, don't worry, I'm going to propose to you after. And then the entire trip, you're anticipating it.
The whole entire trip I would have been.
That's diabolical.
It was really funny. When I heard the story afterwards, I was dying laughing.
The way he did it, though, was cool. Because it's
I liked it. Yeah, it was unique to us.
Yeah. That's what I think. That's what I was gonna say. Is like big gestures are cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, do what you want to propose at the game or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, it's such an intimate moment between you and your significant other, and the joining of two families that like these 10,000 fans. Like I'm never gonna see those guys again. Like versus that moment. Like I mean the moment in the woods with us, like in Crescent City, like with us and our dogs is like the most us thing I can think of. Or like y'all with the escape room.
Literally just like both sets of parents.
Exactly, and it's like you want that, thing. One that I do actually really like, that was like a big gesture moment, was a Utah Jazz dancer. That she's like on the court, she's doing their normal dance and everything like that, and then
like switches up.
They switch it to the Bruno Mars, and
See-
she like doesn't know the choreography, and she's like she's like, oh shit, like looking around, and everyone like keeps going, so she tries like start copying the other, but it's clearly like she's terrible because she doesn't know the choreography. And then the guy comes out and she's like, oh my god, I'm being proposed to. And yeah, that was actually a cool way, because
I have seen those, and those are pretty cool. And I feel like with when you're in the spotlight, it's either you're not gonna have that big of it. You're either it's gonna be big or it's gonna be really small. Yeah. And some people really like the big ones. I think I would not have had a problem with it. I do kind of agree that I like the intimate moments. So, and I never. If you would have asked me when I was younger, I would have been like, yeah, no, I want the big, like, I don't care. But I definitely am more of a private person. Even on like our wedding day, it was very hard for me because I'm not the type of person of like all eyes on me. I don't like when eyes are on me.
Yeah, that's made me nervous, because obviously, you know, my fiance, a lot of her family doesn't speak English, you know, and we're choosing to do the wedding out in Mexico, and that does make me nervous, like going around and like introducing myself to, because my Spanish is not the greatest. It's getting there. Like I'm learning, and like I can understand a lot more than I can talk. I can listen to you, but I have to when they speak slowly, I listen. I'm better at it, but. So I've been trying to force myself to, because we deal, you know, with my job, I deal with some Spanish speaking only customers. So today, for example, I had one, and at first I was like immediately like, oh, pull out Google Translate like I normally do or whatever. But I'm like, I need to start, you know, getting to it, like having a conversation with this lady. And it's perfect because she had like she had like a 3 or 4 year old son. So he's like just starting to form sentences and everything. So she was very patient with me. And I explained, I was like, you know, my fiance, she's Mexican. I'm trying to be better about speaking Spanish and all that. And of course I'm installing internet, and it is not exactly like, it's definitely Spanglish is what I'm speaking to her. But yeah. It definitely helped out a lot. And then I called Anna afterward, and I was like, I forced myself to speak Spanish. Like I did it. I was like,
she was probably so excited for you.
She was like, oh, like it. She thought it was super sweet. But I need to be in those moments too of like where it's just me and one other person. It's also a lot easier for me because I'm more confident in myself than like last week. I had a Spanish speaking only customer, and but there was like 8 people there that were looking at me. That makes me like nervous. I'm like, you know, I'm like, I don't know really what. I don't want to mess up because I don't want to just get, you know, laughed at and made fun of. But it's something I'm working on. Like when her mom's here, we talk all the time. So, but all right, we're good.